welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time we're doing a full set of acrylic nails. So the first thing that I did was go in with a cuticle pusher to push back the cuticles. As always, that just helps with exposing the new growth and help with reducing lifting. Next, we're going in with the 180 sanding band to remove the shine from the natural nail, and then also we're using the same drill bit to just file down the natural nail or to even it out. But again, we want to make sure that we focus on removing the shine, especially around the cuticle area. So make sure that you get as close as you can to that cuticle, that way you don't get any lifting, because as we all know, our body produces a lot of oils. Those oils happen to be on our natural nails as well, so if you do not remove the shine, you will get lifting. So once we finish removing the shine from all of the nails, we're going to go in and apply the nail tips. And I also forgot to mention, but of course I'm using my Scarlet Melody Susie nail drill. I do have a promo code and a link for them, so I'll be sure to leave that down below. But next, we're going in with the nails, or the nail tips, and we're applying the Macquarie coffin nails. These are actually the press-on nails, but as you can see, I just glue them right on the free edge, and they kind of save us a lot of time with shaping. So just like any other time, we want to make sure that the nail tip fits exactly from sidewall to sidewall. You don't want it too big or too small. And then I'm using the KDS glue to apply the nails. So again, make sure that they fit exactly from sidewall to sidewall, and also make sure that you hold your finger really straight, that way you do not apply the nail on there crooked. Alrighty, so after we finish applying the nail tips, I'm going in with my straight edge nail clipper, and we're just trimming the nails down on the side into a stiletto shape. That way, again, it just saves us time whenever we actually start shaping up the nail. So again, make sure that it is a straight edge nail clipper. As you can see, the top of the nail clipper is straight instead of curved like they usually are, so make sure that you're using the correct one. If not, you will mess up your shape. So we're going to go ahead and do this on both hands, and then afterwards we're going to start shaping the nails. Alrighty, so now we're going to go in with the 100 nail file, and we're just going to start shaping up the nail. So going in at a 90-degree angle on both sides, and just going back and forth to make sure that you're filing about the same amount of times on each side. That way the nail is not crooked, and then also just make it as pointed or as rounded as you want. She wants them really pointy, so again, just going in on the sides at a 90-degree angle on both sides, and then of course just blending the nail tip right in the middle. So we're gonna go ahead and do that on both hands. Again, I cannot stress this enough, but it's all about the angle of your hand file. If you're not holding it right, you're not gonna get your shape how you want it. So again, 90-degree angle on the sides and the free edge, and then blending the nail tip right in the middle, and just make it as pointy or rounded as you want. Alrighty, so now we're going to dust the nails off, and then I'm going in with the Young Nail Protein Bond, which is a primer, and we're just applying that on the natural nail. And then afterwards, we're going to go in with the acrylic, and I'm going to be using the Mia Secret Pink Acrylic. And I do want to go ahead and mention that this set did take me just a tiny bit longer, but as you guys know, whenever I'm doing acrylic nails, I use my monomer warmer, which is by OPI, and honestly we have not been able to find it anywhere because I believe it's discontinued. I think mine says that it was made in like 2006, so I'm pretty sure they stopped making them a while back. But it had warmed up here just a little bit and then it cooled back down. So when you're using your monomer, you want to make sure that it's always at room temperature. So that's why, again, I always use the monomer warmer when it's really cold, because then your acrylic crystallizes and then it's a little bit harder to apply and it kind of does not stay on the nail. It kind of brushes off really easily, and that's what kind of happened during this set. Just a tiny bit, not too much, but I was able to tell a difference. But anyways, as you can see, we're just applying the acrylic, and remember that when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you look at the nail from different angles, especially during a situation like that when you're having, you know, difficulties applying your acrylic. You still want to make sure that you have a nice apex and a nice thickness at your tip. But as you can see, I placed that the first bead right in the middle where the natural nail and the tip meets, patting it down and brushing it down towards the tip. Apply the next bead right below that first one, same thing, brushing it down towards the tip. The third one closer to the cuticle area, and make sure that when you're patting the acrylic down that you pat really gently. And then also when you wipe your brush, or when you brush the acrylic, you wipe your brush off a lot. I know I just had that question earlier. Someone was asking like, why is my acrylic getting stuck to my brush when I'm working? And most likely it's because you're not wiping your brush off enough when you're working. Anytime you see the brush like go down, most likely that's me wiping it off on the paper towel. As you guys know, I use the Viva paper towels. They work really good for me, and that's also something else. You might not be using good paper towels. I know I've tried, you know, regular paper towels where I wipe my brush off and the paper towel does not absorb anything. So again, I use the Viva paper towels and I do highly recommend them. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and finish this set, and then Also, I'm using my Alpha brush in a number 10, which you guys know that I absolutely love their brushes, and I do have a link for them, so I'll be sure to leave that down below. And then another thing is making sure that you clean around the cuticle area really good when you're working. That way you do not have any product on the skin, because if not, you will get lifting. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and finish off this set. So same thing, just applying the first bead right in the middle where the natural nail and the tip meet, placing the next one right below that one, the third one closer to the cuticle area, and the fourth one right in the middle closer to the cuticle area, which is going to build our apex. And then of course, if you need to add a little bit more here and there, that is completely fine. But I do suggest that if you are a beginner, that you stick to a certain method. That way you're just not adding acrylic just everywhere. And make sure that you look at the nail from different angles. I cannot stress that enough, but that's probably one of the most important tips when doing acrylic nails. Alrighty, so after a flawless application, we're going in and just reshaping the nails. So same thing, going in with the 100 nail file, going in on the sides at a 90-degree angle, and we're going to do that on all of the nails. Alrighty, so after we finish shaping up the nails, I'm going in with the extra fine drill bit and we're going to file all of the nails. Remember, you first want to focus around the cuticle area, going from the right side over to the left side, just going back and forth until you're able to see where the cuticle is, where the natural nail is, and where the acrylic is. That way you know that the acrylic is not on the skin, and then of course just filing the rest of the nail to make sure that it's nice and smooth. But if you are a beginner, remember you want to make sure you spend that extra little time around that cuticle area, because trust me, when I first started I feel like I was doing everything correctly, but I know for a fact that I was scared to get too close to the cuticle because I was scared that I would cut someone. But that's why I suggest that you use the extra fine drill bit. That way, you know, it's not as sharp, so it's not as easy to cut someone with this one. But again, just going around the cuticle area, going from the right side over to the left side. And again, I'm using the Scarlet Melody Susie nail drill, and I'm using it at 10,000 RPMs while I'm filing the acrylic. So next I'm going to go in and just buff the nails, and remember this is going to get rid of any of the scratches left on the nail from the hand file or the e-file. So make sure that you buff those nails really good. Alrighty, so after we buff the nails, we're going to go in with an alcohol wipe and just wipe the nail off to remove any of the dust that might be left on the nails. So next we're going to go in with the polish, and I'm using the D&D French Vanilla Gel Polish, and then I'm also using the Madame Glam Gel Polish in the color Perfect White, and we're going to do half nude and half white, and we're going to do that on all of the nails. Now this set was inspired by a set that Black China had on not too long ago, so we're going to try to recreate that, but again half white and half nude into like a little V shape in the middle, and we're gonna do that on all of the nails. And then as you can see, I'm just using my small nail art brush to create this look. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys that this client, her name is Anna. I'm sure you guys remember her by her tattoo on her pinky, but she made an appointment to, of course, come get her nails done. But right before she made her appointment, I seen that one of her friends had messaged me wanting to get an appointment for Anna because her boyfriend was going to propose to her over the weekend. So whenever she came, she was, you know, talking about it. She was talking about how her boyfriend had been bugging her to come get her nails done, and she was like, I kind of have a feeling that he might be proposing to me. And you know, I'm sitting here trying to play it off like, you know, I don't know, he just might, girl, you know, you never know. And then we're just sitting there like basically laughing about her, like, you know, she's over here all excited and thinking that he is, and we're like, what if he doesn't, girl? And I'm just like literally going along with her. But he did end up proposing to her, so I'm really excited for her. Definitely will be attending her wedding, and we'll be doing some wedding nails pretty soon for her. But I'll be sure to leave a little clip of her little engagement, of her, what did you call it, when he proposed to her, basically. But again, this is my client Anna, and I'm just really happy for her. Alrighty, so after I finish doing that on all of the nails, we're gonna go in with a brown polish or gel polish by D&D, and then I'm also gonna be using my Madame Glam black polish, which is in the color Perfect Black. But first we're going to do the brown on the nail. As you can see, I'm just using my small dotting tool and I'm just doing random dots on the nude color. And then after this, we're going to cure each hand for 30 seconds. Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead and go in with the Madam Glam Perfect Black, and we're just going to outline the brown with the black and just making our little cheetah print. Lately, well, I've always been a really big fan of cheetah print, and just yesterday when I was out buying a plant, I started seeing like all these cheetah print, or like cheetah print wall decor. So I did end up changing up my wall decor in my nail room. So if you haven't seen it yet, be sure to go check it out on my Instagram at getnail32. It's so freaking pretty. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and outline all of the brown dots with the black, and then after this we're gonna cure each hand for 30 seconds. Alright, so next we're going to go in with another one of the Madam Glam gel polishes, and this one is actually a gold glitter in the color Stardust. And at first we're just going to do the line down the middle, but we decided to go ahead and outline the little V shape and then the line down the middle of the nail, and it just gave it a whole nother look. So we're gonna go ahead and do that on all of the nails. Again, this is Stardust by Madam Glam. As you guys know, I do have a promo code for them, so I'll be sure to leave that down below for you guys. Alrighty, so next we're going to go in with the Madam Glam Gel Top Coat, and we're going to apply that on all of the nails. And then after this, we're going to go ahead and put each hand under the light for 60 seconds. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look. As you can see, they turned out really pretty. I love how that gold just looks right in the middle. It just gives it a whole different type of look. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GetNoDirty2, and I'll see you guys next time.